Shrimp Game is gonna be huge!
Hop on Shrimp Game if you're a real one.
Hello everyone, it's Jens here, and I wanted to talk about the time I got to make music for the game Shrimp Game. I got to make 2 songs, they're called Choral and Life Cycle. Basically, I started talking with the developer in a Discord server, and I asked if he knew anyone that needed music. It turns out he actually wanted some music himself for Shrimp Game. The first song he wanted made was as he described it, laid back, watery sounding kind of song, and he gave aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong Country as a reference. That same evening, just a couple of hours later, I was walking when I started hearing this beat in my head, like I don't know why that was so compelling to me, but I was like, I got it! So I walked back home and I made the sketch for Choral in like 20 minutes, and I sent it over to him like, hey, I think I got something that would fit your idea. And he replied back, bro, you did it super quickly. Is this AI? And I said, no, it's not AI. I can show you the project if you want to. But anyway, it turned out really well. I used some sort of kind of lush, watery synths. You can hear them pretty clearly in the song. It's the swelling sound, which sounds like water. Another fun thing about that song is that the drum sounds I use are actually kind of like harsh. They are mostly picked from the sample pack Uncivilized Grooves, which has a sort of dirty electronic sound. Somehow it sounds kind of chill in the song. Kind of interesting, I think. Then Life Cycle. This song was actually a YouTuber named Courtney2 listened to this song in one of her videos. Apparently it got recommended to her, and I'm very grateful, I guess. It seems like people really enjoy that song a lot. So what the developer GasGod wanted from me this time was a boss theme inspired by a song from Kirby 64. As he described it, Kirby 64 drum and bass. This song is pretty interesting because the reference song he gave, it has a very hectic drum beat and some very typically like video gamey instruments. Synth bells, synth choir, or a sampled choir. A choir that sounds fake, if you want to put it that way. And basically a lot of layers. Arpeggios, you know, notes that go quickly up and down. It's a typical Kirby thing. So I made a couple of different demos, like test songs, just testing some ideas, sent it over to him, and he liked one of the demos more than the others. At first, that demo actually had a pretty soft drum beat. It did not have those typical electronic drum and bass drums that sound like. So it was he that suggested that I add that drum beat. So a lot of credit for this song is actually, well, belongs to him, I think. I mean, the whole idea for the song was his from the beginning, right? It was his idea to have a song that sounded like, as he described it, Kirby 64 drum and bass. And the song turned out really cool. What I did for this song was that I had this looping guitar riff. And the special thing about this is that the time signature, right, is 10/4. And what that means is that there is half an extra bar at the end of the riff, and somehow this makes the song feel like very rolling, like just keeps looping and rolling like a cycle. That's why I called the song Life Cycle, mostly. I think it's a pretty addictive riff. He also suggested that I make the climax of the song long, which I think was a good idea because it's pretty satisfying, like the long climax with the double-length chorus. So a lot of credit goes to the developer of SHIRMP GAME, GasGod, for, well, basically writing the song. It turned out really well. So yeah, that's the story behind making music for SHIRMP GAME. I'm really proud of those songs, really happy with how they turn out. I listen to them occasionally, seems that people enjoy them too. Thank you, if you're watching this, thank you GasGod for letting me make music for SHIRMP GAME. It's very fun. And thank you for watching this little story about making music for SHIRMP GAME. And I hope you have a good day or morning or night or whatever time it is where you're at. Bye bye.